Hi, Joe Holmes here with Be You to Be Full Hypnosis and Coaching. Today's video is to actually tell you what I feel are the 10 things that people who love themselves do regularly. Before I get into this, though, I do want to say that I feel strongly that some people have a really hard time loving themselves for many, many reasons. But I think just from a surface level, when people hear that word, I think sometimes people feel like it's being selfish, or it might be even egotistical or something like that. And I just want to point out that, quite honestly, nothing could be further from the truth. I like to tell people within my space of coaching, um, and it's a little bit about where my company name came from too, Be You to Be Full Hypnosis and Coaching, is that in this world, you are the only person that you are going to take every single breath with. You are the only person that you are going to have every single experience with. So for that reason, and that reason alone, you better love yourself and love yourself damn good. And you really need to be your own best friend in this life. And so I like to just say that as a nice foundation so that people realize just how important that is. So anyways, everything I'm going to be talking about today, I actually have an ebook to accompany this. And obviously the ebook goes into quite a bit more detail for what these 10 things are. But I am going to go ahead and just tell you, in my opinion, what they are. So, and I'm going to look at my ebook just to make sure I say it in the right order here. But so I feel that the first thing that people do who love themselves regularly is they take care of their mind. They realize and they know that every single thing in this world starts with a thought. It starts in our mind. So therefore, to have a very positive, upbeat, forward-focused mindset is vital for absolutely everything that we need to do in this life. The other thing is so number two, they take care of their body. And I mean that in a huge way. It doesn't mean to be a size 2 and 110 pounds dripping wet. It doesn't mean that at all. It means take care of your body so that you are healthy. Healthy so that you can be, do, have, and give all that you want to in this world. And anyone who has had any kind of illness or a broken bone or anything like that, even if it's a finger or a toe, you realize how much having that can really set you back. So that's why just taking care of your body, making sure that you're flexible, that you're strong, that you're healthy, that is so vitally important to show how much that you love yourself. Because in having those things within your body, again, you can be, do, have, and give so much more to other people around you. The third thing is to take care of your spirit. And what I mean by that, that can mean a lot of things, but what I mean by that one is really just your essence, your aura, your attitude, that type of thing. That somewhat can be closely aligned with your mind, but I actually feel it's just, you know, just your spirit, who you are, the essence of you. Some of that could be self-care, whether you take weekly Epsom salt baths, whether you read a book, whether you journal, anything like that. Those are some examples of what I mean by taking care of your spirit. So now the fourth thing that I feel people do who love themselves is they know their values. If you have read my book, Be You to Be Full, Learn the Art of Self-Acceptance for a Life of Confidence and Fulfillment, I have a whole chapter dedicated to values. If you do not have personal values, I strongly encourage you to get personal values. And in my book, it discusses how to do this. But anyways, and the reason I feel that this is so important is because your values are almost like your best friends. They're almost that army that stands behind you and helps lift you up, and it makes you feel empowered and confident and courageous. We've all seen those movies that at the end scene, that person is walking out and they've got that V formation of, their helpers and their best friends behind them. That's what I picture in my mind when I say values. Again, my ebook will go into this in more detail. This is really just to say the 10 things. The next one is to know your limits. First of all, I do encourage people to push your limits, because how else do we learn and grow? But you know what? If you know that you are just naturally not a good cook, then you know what? On the holidays, you be the one to bring the flowers and the napkins. Why continue to climb an uphill battle when it's just not an uphill battle that you need to do, because there's another way around it. And in doing that, you actually save your energy, you save, that type of thing for something that is more within your wheelhouse. So again, don't confuse this with not trying and not being courageous in certain areas, but just realizing certain things in life that don't really matter that much and just letting them go. So know your limits. The sixth thing is to learn and accept that no is a very complete sentence. I know this is hard for many, many people, especially people pleasers, but please, when you mean no, say no. And a way to help people feel better about this is when you say no, you are actually giving an opportunity for someone else to say yes. And who knows, that could just be that breakthrough that they were looking for. So really try to look at it that way, and it might make saying no easier to do. Now, also in this, don't confuse it by being a selfish ass, though, either. You know what? If it's your turn to, make the cookies for your child's third grade, craft room or something like that, then do it because it's your turn. But if you are the person that always says yes and always says yes, and you simply can't do it or you don't want to do it, no is a complete sentence. The next one, number 7, is schedule your day so you can be a free spirit. A lot of people are like, what? What does that mean? Because a lot of people think that by having a schedule, it's very rigid and tight and you don't have any flexibility. But actually, nothing can be further from the truth. When you actually have a schedule of all the things that you want to accomplish or need to accomplish, and you make those a priority and you do those, then you actually, because it's written down and you're focused and you can easily move from this point to this point to this point without any lull time, if that's what you need for the day. Then you actually have more free time during the day. My dog's in the background. Then you have more free time in the day to actually focus on something else, something that you actually want to do, something that fills you up. Make and take time for fun. I really should not need to explain this, so I'm probably not going to. but just maybe it goes hand in hand with the last one about scheduling. Scheduling your days so that you have more time to be a free spirit. And then coupled with that is just making sure that you add time for fun. And then the other one is to live generously. Even if you do not have a lot to be generous with, part of this is manifestation. So never live in a world of lack. If you actually have a desire to, maybe make more money or have more money come into your life, but you don't have it right now, a lot of people tend to hold on to what they do have. And just that, I mean, like, did you see me? Like, look at I went like this, like you can see I'm like restricting myself and, all that stuff. So actually what we're doing is we're telling the universe that, we have to keep this. And actually though, if we actually go out and if we're generous, if we are, going to, our local market to, help a local, farmer at the farmer's market or something like that, we're putting money into the universe, believe it or not, it does come back to you. And then also, and it might not come back the exact same day, but it always comes back to you, I promise. And then the other thing with that is just, it makes you feel good. It's an opportunity to lift up another human. Again, I go into this one in a little more detail in the ebook, which I do highly encourage you to grab at the end of this video. And then lastly, the last thing, of course, I'm going to say, live gratefully. Live a life of, just being grateful for everything around you. When you can truly train your mind to look at even a shit day. Like today, I'm in Northern Illinois and I can feel winter coming. Hence the scarf that I'm wearing in my own house. But I could just feel it in the air and all that kind of stuff. And it's dreary and it's been sprinkling all day and that kind of thing. And so a lot of people could just be like, oh, what a crappy day. But you know what? I just knocked out reading a book. It was like they call them an airplane book, one that you can read in 2 to 4 hours. I was able to knock out a brand new book that I bought in 2 hours. And what a perfect day to like curl up on the couch with my dog, wherever he went, and read this book. I am grateful for that because you know what? If the weather was nicer, I would feel, compelled to go outside and enjoy the weather. So that's just an example of bringing gratitude in your life. So, anyways, that is an overview of my opinion of the 10 things that people who love themselves do regularly. So, if you want more detail on these 10 things, grab my ebook. Within the description of this video, you'll see the link to get that. And I hope you enjoy it. Please give me feedback on that. And then also, again, this is Connie Jo Holmes with Be You to Be Full Hypnosis and Coaching. If you like this video, please like it, please comment, please share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel because then you will receive my weekly video that comes out on Monday as part of my Monday morning motivation. All right, thank you so much. Take care. Bye.